BBI proponents have faulted Deputy President William Ruto over his mixed signals on the BBI report. However, the second in command is still pushing for a non-contested referendum alongside the 2022 polls. Joash Onsare now reports.
A section of leaders from Mount Kenya region have dismissed the allegations by Tangatanga political faction that the government is concentrating much on building bridges initiative instead of putting its efforts in flattening the COVID-19 curve that is escalating daily. Speaking in Nyeri, the leaders also dismissed the proposals by Deputy President William Ruto to hold the referendum alongside the 2022 polls.
I'm hearing others saying that we should stop BBI and do other things, focus on COVID. Government is able to have many hands. We can do many things at once.
Train has left the station. And let us stop the propaganda about how much money will be spent on this BBI process.
The biggest problem with Kenyans is that we always want to associate personalities with such important national patriotic duties. The amendment of a constitution should not be tied to any individual.
They were reacting to DP Ruto's new demands on the BBI report, among them to halt the referendum drive. DP Ruto has however defended his stand on an uncontested referendum. His allies also calling for suspension of the BBI process.
Kenya is big enough for all of us, and it's never too late to do the right thing. We must always strive to do the right thing.
Should you even want to go to a referendum, this is not the time. It would be irresponsible for us as leaders to be spoiling for a fight and go to a campaign when our children are at home, when our economy is doing badly, and when people are dying of the coronavirus.
ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi, however, called on the political class to soften their hand stances on the ongoing BBI debate and embrace a culture of dialogue ahead of the much-anticipated referendum that has to take place in 2022. Mudavadi says it is time all leaders rally behind the ongoing BBI process for it to come to an end as early as possible, saying prolonging the exercise until 2022 will hurt the country further.
Na haya maneno ili tukienda mbele agenda ya 2022 vile umesema, mimi napenda kuzungumza mambo ya uchumi. Nataka nafasi ya kutosha ya kuongea mambo ya uchumi, niwachane kuongea mambo ya BBI, so that we do not prolong this process anymore.
Speaking in Embu, Baringo Senator Gideon Moi also faulted the DP, saying he's only aiming at derailing the BBI process. A section of deputy governors from Western Kenya have also faulted the DP and his allies.
So, let me watch in lugha ya Kimombo. You cannot be a little bit pregnant. Are we together? You've understood? Either or. So kwa hii, yes or no.
Lakini kwa mambo ya BBI kuna watu wanazungumza na sauti nyingi sana, wanasema yes, lakini no yao ni kubwa sana. Lazima tujue hawa watu penye tunatoka, at the ward level, at the constituency level, at the county level, and at the national level.
We cannot have a document, as I was saying, that can satisfy everybody. And I don't know, when you say that you want to have consensus, there's no constitution in the world that people have had a consensus. There's nowhere.
In Nakuru, Governor Lee Kinyanjui called for more concerted effort by leaders in launching a sensitization campaign to sell the referendum drive. Kinyanjui said there have been a number of leaders who have been giving wrong information to Kenyans in a move to oppose the document.
There is need for us to have massive civic education, because a lot of propaganda has been inflicted in the society. People are citing issues that are not even in the BBI.
The National Council of Churches, NCCK, is also calling for the referendum to be held alongside the 2022 polls.
We call upon the members of Parliament and the Electoral Boundaries Commission to consult, and that is why we are saying let there be consultation on all the proposals that are coming on the way.
In what appears to be warming up for a no camp, Deputy President William Ruto called for more amendments to the BBI report. The second in command met his allies Wednesday, Ruto however insisting that the country should not be subjected to a yes-no contest. Joash Onsare, TV 47, Nairobi.